Have you ever tried talking to a regular hairdresser about how to cut your precious curls? If you've tried and failed, this video is for you, my curlies. You ready? Let's do this. Hello, my curlies. Erica here from Coils and Curls. Welcome back to another Frizz Free Friday. Yes, we are actually going to be discussing hair today. Not ponds or backyards, but yes, actual curls. We're going to be broaching the topic because one of my subscribers, Susan, had asked about this. She was having trouble conveying to her regular hairdresser what to do, what she wanted. And sometimes when you're not a curly, it's very hard to understand what a curly needs. It is a problem, but hopefully today's video is going to help you explain to a non-curl dresser how to cut your curls. But first, I have to announce that I have 406 subscribers. Thank you, my curlies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Today's hair is brought to you by Mielle Organics. I used the anti-frizz shampoo and the anti-frizz conditioner when I was in the shower. Today's styling aids are the Mielle Organics Sea Moss Anti-Shedding Leave-In Conditioner and the Anti-Shedding Sea Moss Curl Pudding. That's what got me these curls today, along with my Bellissima Diffon Supreme Diffuser. I am really digging, this particular diffuser. It doesn't blow anything anywhere. And I'm getting a better handle on how to use it because there is a learning curve for anyone who has tried it. You have to practice. Not going to get it the first time because you're used to doing something different, but it definitely gives me adorable curls. I haven't used my regular hairdryer, my Elchum hairdryer, a professional hairdryer, and my hot sock since I got this. What can I say? I was wrong. I was wrong. I know, you're probably thinking, Erica, but what happened to the happy dance? Oh, my curlies. Now for my happy dance. I tried to think of what song I would like to do, and in the hopes that YouTube allows it, I decided on the Macarena. When this song came out, it was 1996. I was working at a beauty supply store. Every time this song came on, we would all stop what we were doing and we would do the Macarena with the radio. It was just one of those fun songs, you know, back in the late 90s, showing my age. And I loved it. I loved this song. In fact, I think I might have had it played at my wedding because there are some songs you just like. The Electric Slide, the Macarena, the Hustle. I know. Without further ado, here you go, my curlies. And there you have the Macarena happy dance. It is 6:35, a caparena to do the Macarena. Cheers, my curlies. Now we're going to focus on how to explain to a regular hairdresser what you want. Now, this is where it can get a little difficult though, my curlies, because a hairdresser that is used to cutting straight hair, they only know the technical. What that means is that when they're cutting with the hair wet, they're pulling it. They're working with gradations, different angles of holding the hair to create what they want or what the client wants. The problem is that that's hard to translate into curly hair because you can't cut curly hair wet. Each curl curls differently every single day. I don't care if you wet your head down every day and you restyle it every day. There is not the same curl on your head for at least another month, maybe 2, maybe 3, who knows? Because we're curlies. Yay! It's always different, but you know what, my girls? Men love girls with curls. Men love women with curls, but girls in curls sounded better. But it's the truth. Men look at us when we have curly hair like we are fun and we're sassy and we're different. I don't know. They look at us differently. I guess kind of how men look at blondes. They look at curlies the same way. That's neither here nor there. I did get myself a little sidetracked, didn't I? I will not be doing any videos for you for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, my girlies. Gosh, I hope you can handle not seeing this face for 2 weeks. But I will be taking off next week. My birthday is on Tuesday. Very excited, 57 years old. Yeah, excited my ass. But anyway, and then I will be leaving for Animal Adventure Park on Friday. I will also miss the 18th. I will return with videos on August 25th. And hopefully you won't have missed me too much and forgot all about me. Please don't forget about me, my curlies. We need to get me to 500. Yay! Don't forget to hit that thumbs up down below. Please leave a comment because YouTube pays attention to that. Even if it's a smiley face or, I don't know, fireworks, something. I would appreciate it. It helps YouTube recommend me, something about their algorithms. So if you could comment, pass me around to everyone you know, like a luscious strawberry shortcake. I think I'm hungry. But if you would pass me around, I would appreciate it immensely. I will have my Yellow Organics link down below, as well as my Bellissima link down below in the descriptions. Just click on more, just scroll down and you will see all of the links and all of my social media. Now we're going to focus on the topic of the day. How do you explain it? One thing I tend to advise my clients on is you want angling by your face. If you don't angle by your face, your longest pieces hang and it's like a squared, boxy look and tends to look witchy. It looks witchy when you have curly hair and it's squared. So I always recommend that you frame the face. And I'm always asking clients, where would you like to see the shortest pieces? This way I know how to angle it, because what I do is I make a section right behind the ear. And then I bring everything forward and I angle for what they asked for. What this does is that it softens the curls and it softens around the face and it frames it so that you have a shape and you have a face and it's not just hanging there doing nothing. That is how I begin when I am framing the front. I also ask, what's the length that you want in the back? Depending on what length they want, whether they want it straight and then angled, Or do they want a U shape, which then just immediately angles into the front? It all depends on what the client wants, what you want. If you want straight across the back, you tell them I want it straight across the back, and then I want it angled starting right here, and I want it angled to right behind my ear. This way, they can set the back to your desired length and your desired shape, and then they can work on coming towards the front and blending everything in. The hard part after that, once they have the frame, that's easy. They're doing it on dry hair, not on wet hair, because the hair looks totally different when it's wet. And you know your own hair. You've seen what it looks like wet, and then when you dry it, it's like two totally different heads. The difficulty is in explaining how to shape curls. Because the technical way is to follow the shape of the head, most hairdressers are more into the technical, pulling the hair straight, cutting, making everything matchy-matchy. When you cut curls, nothing is matchy-matchy. You can, after a haircut, come out of the shower, take a section, comb it up and hold it. You will see jagged ends. That's because the hair was cut for each individual curl. When a client comes to me, if they have not dissected their curls enough, they are in such clumps that if I cut that clump, they're going to have missing hair. So what I need to do is remind them that they need to break up their curls a little bit more, especially if they'd like to see some volume. Curls need to be broken up. It becomes imperative that you dissect your curls before they dry. And if you are going to go to a regular hairdresser, not a curl dresser, you need to set your hair up and not expect them to do it. Because once they go in and they see clumps, they're liable to just cut that whole clump. And then you're left with a hole. Because when that clump gets dissected, it might look like a shelf now. What we try to achieve with a curly haircut is a shape, but you have to be able to separate the curls, see where they want to lie, and then cut down into the curl where it's facing the head. The way I cut is different than Weedad, it's different than Diva, it's different than any of the cuts that I showed you in one of those videos. It's my own technique that works for me. When I took the Diva certification, I kind of knew it already because it was just, when you have curls, you kind of just get it. It's hard to explain. And that's why when clients say to me, how do you do this? I don't know. It's in me. It's part of me. One of my clients, Ginger, calls me the curl whisperer. And she laughs and she recommends me to people. And then they ask the same question. How do you do this? I don't know. I talk to the curls. I see what they're doing, where they want to be. I dissect them so that if there's a piece here twisted with a piece here, I'm not cutting something differently than it should be cut. That's the ticket. Now that we've discussed framing and length, now the challenge is how to explain how to cut your curls so that you don't have a shelf. If they take a section going horizontally and they cut across, you will have a shelf. You don't want that. What you want is you want for each curl to be cut in a way that it creates the shape. It's hard to explain, but I shall try. As you can see, some of my curls are a little shorter than others because I was just kind of cutting. I will look and see what is not blending. So right now, I see right here where it's shorter and then it comes into these longer pieces. Now, if I dissect them, they are still much longer. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and cut in a downward motion and then observe. And you can see how it's laying better now. So if I continue down, you want to shake out the curls, and you can see this curl right here, which is very thick. We're going to untwist it. So one piece is all the way back here, and the other piece is all the way up here. So you can see what happens when things get connected. That's why dissecting your curls is important as we thin. Okay, so here's one. And what we're going to do is in a downward motion, and it can sometimes be just a ½ an inch. Cutting curls is an art. It is something that you feel and you understand. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's all about the shape. It is not about technical. I don't care how straight of a line you can cut. On a curly, you're cutting curl by curl because you're seeing how everything lays, how it falls. So, and you can see I'm making my hair frizzy, but that's because I'm pulling at it. I'm dissecting it because I need to see where it's moving, where it's not moving. I don't know, Susan, if I'm answering any of your questions. You can see where this piece and this piece are completely not together. I tend to take sections that are vertical, but not really sections, because if you do sections, you end up with a disarray. It's more of a free form cutting because every time I'm lifting the hair, I'm seeing something else. That's when you get that really good haircut, because you're looking for the shape. You're looking for how it lays. It's an art. Ooh, the frizz. The frizz. Sort of like, Japlane. Okay, big hair that is really bugging me. So, oh, and it's flipping outwards. I don't know if you can see that, but it is flipping outwards. So we are going to cut it. And we're getting a slightly better shape. The puppy. This is towards the front, and this looks a little out of place. Well, it's kind of towards the back, but it's also sticking out. So we are going to cut it. Sometimes it is just a little curl that needs to be cut to make everything lay better within the shape. And now what I will normally do is I will take anything that is sticking out frizzed and I will trim it off, because there's always a few hairs that are in disarray. They are not attached to anything, and you don't want them sticking out. I don't want them sticking out and giving you a halo. So I will trim them gently in order to give you that beautiful shape that you're looking for. I wish I was near every single one of you so that I could be your curl dresser, but alas, I am not. But if anyone is in New Jersey, reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. Links will be down below, and we'll see what we can do about coming together and helping you with your curls. Susan, I hope I answered your question. I hope this video helped. I hope it made sense. I hope I wasn't too buzzed from my caipirinha. Well, my curlies, this has been another Frizz-Free Friday. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this gives you some tips to talk to your regular hairdresser about curls. And maybe it'll help you achieve the look that you want without being near me, the Curl Whisperer. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. What are you waiting for? Share me like you've never shared anyone before. We have to get me to 500 subscribers now, my curlies. That's your new task. I'll also take requests for the next happy dance. Will your song be the choice? I guess we'll find out. Let's do this, my curlies. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Ciao for now. I'm sorry. I apologize. You look nice. And the sea moss and the anti-shedding sea moss curl pudding. Erica does get sidetracked this time of night, losing my train of thought. Okay, I digress. We are discussing cutting curls. Yes, we're discussing cutting curls. Okay. Quick. This is not quick. Jesus Christ. As well as my Bellissima, back when I was young. God. Downward motion helps if you can see what you're doing. It's a good drink. Caipirinha? Hit the subscribe